Hi guys, this is Laura with Duarte Valley Homestead. I'm doing chores this morning in this lovely, lovely fog. Not so much fun. I had to drive in this morning. Had to get my daughter to school. And let's just say people don't know how to drive in fog. Cars were disappearing 30, 40 feet in front of me because they didn't have any lights on. Kitty wants to say hi. You guys all remember Sickle and his sister Cream. They say hi. My husband has done most of the chores this morning out here because I'm still only allowed to lift 15 pounds and whatnot. My husband's moving bales for the goats and everything else. But that leaves me with watering and feeding the quails and checking on the turkeys and probably check the water on the rabbits too, just to double check. But here we go into the quail pen and turkey area. Still a small area. Here's our turkeys. They're getting big, and we didn't get the coop built like we wanted to for them before it started snowing this winter. Bad us. One thing you need to be is prepared on the homestead for if you get animals. I tend to be a little bit spontaneous, meaning I have a tendency to get animals before all the shelters are built. But here are our quail. They're huddling. It's kind of chilly. You can see our pen. Our turkeys really like to get up there, so it gets really gross on top. And one thing we didn't think about for the design was that we did a roof opening for the quail hutch under open sky. So the reason I have this board along here is because when it snowed a few times and it thawed, the wood swelled and it closed shut. So I ended up putting the board across there, and my husband's like, you know what I said when I saw that? I'm like, what? He's like, well, she's smarter than I am, because he didn't think of it either. But okay, they're doing good on food. And they're messy, messy, messy birds. Very wasteful. Can't wait to eat them. I'm not getting very many eggs out of them a day. We just keep the turkey food and water in this little brooder hutch I built. And the turkeys don't... We've gotten down to 0 degrees out here, and the turkeys will not seek warmth. They won't go under a heat lamp, anything like that. They stay outside. So let me get this shut. Oh, cold hands, cold hands. Darn it. There we go. This way the turkeys don't pop it open. Not that I think they'll take any flying leaps at the door anytime soon, but there's a little bit of an update on them. Let's check out our goats. Right now we currently have Cutie Pie at midnight over here in a separate thing from the rest of the girls, because they were both exposed to bucks, although I think that only Cutie Pie is pregnant. Look how wide she's gotten. She decided to pee for camera. Awesome. But Christmas time, we went to a tree lot and grabbed a pine tree for the other girls. Some of them have been having a little bit of stomach issues, and we wanted to try to deworm them. So we got them a pine tree to eat, which seemed to help out really well. Don't know if you can see it all that well, but it's pretty bare now. They've eaten most of it. And pine is a great natural dewormer, but if you suspect your goats to be pregnant, do not give them pine because it can cause a miscarriage or an abortion. So you have to keep things in mind when you're treating your animals. I'm not sure if somebody just blew a tire on the highway or shot a gun off, because there has been a lot of violence in this town lately. Scary either way. Cause all the animals be quiet for a second. Here's the girls. It's little bit. Little bit's teeny. Little bit is so small. Compared to her two sisters and her mom, she's not gonna get very big. They're very cute Nigerian dwarfs, don't you think? Hey, I think I'm getting you guys. Aren't you cute? That's Zoe. And Elsa. Little bit. Moonbeam. And then over, staring directly at us, is Nefertiti. Cleo and Snow have got their heads in a little plant feeder that we're using as a trough. Works out really good, especially with the little ones. But we were worried we were going to lose Nefertiti here for a little bit. She had gotten really, really sick, bad diarrhea. I started putting a little bucket with molasses in there. I gave them some grain with DE in it. And then we got the pine trees. And what was really nice is my husband said what the pine tree was for. And over here under this snow that we got yesterday, that's what's left of some of the branches. The guy at the tree lot gave us all the clippings. He could have sold them at a small fee so people could have made wreaths and stuff for them, but he gave them to us for free. They actually offered for us to come back on Christmas Eve and get more trees for free. Take them off their hands for them, but my husband didn't want to take too much of their generosity because we didn't need very much. And looking at it, my husband's already watered the rabbits. I could see his footprints all the way around there. But I'll take you over here to say hi to our bucks and to our sheep. And oh yes, the braid today is inspired by the Braid Girls. You could Google that or just go to Dirt Patch Heaven. They're really funny, cute, very energetic, and very knowledgeable. Great homesteaders. I love following them. So, yeah, go check them out. But here's our bucks. Their noses are still getting rubbed by this awful feeder. I don't know what to do. See, we've been giving the boys some pine trees too. We're trying not to get them too close to that other fence where the sheep are. Because we're hoping we're going to have some spring lambs. We're pretty sure Patches is Prager's. Again, hoping. This is our first time breeding animals ourselves. This is our first experience with sheep and bucks and babies in general for the bigger animals. We've had our own rabbits have litters and we've bred them successfully, but actually I really do think Patches is pregnant. It looks, thank you Patches for pooping for the camera. That's awesome. She's fertilizing. But it looks like she's starting to bag up a little bit. Let's see, September, October, November, December, January. Yeah. Her udders look like it's bagging up a little bit. So and she potentially got exposed in September. She's been with a ram ever since. I think we're expecting a little lamb. Yay! Happy dance. And then there's Big Red and First to Go. I named the white one First to Go because she was going to be dinner when we got her. We bought them as butcher lambs. And then my husband decided, hey, why don't we get a ram and try to breed them? And the ram's hiding behind the girls. He's a Dorper Katahdin cross, and so is Patches. And the other two, we have no clue what they are. We just know that they're also a hare breed. Much smaller than the other two. But that is a very, very docile ram. He does not charge us. He does not headbutt us. And he may come a little bit close around us during feeding time, but that's about it. And we had gotten a killer deal on some oat and alfalfa mix, and the oat straw that comes out of it has been piling up. So we got plenty of bedding inside the little shelter for when, I'm saying this optimistically, when Patches gives birth. I'm being followed. You'd think they don't eat, but we feed them twice a day and they catch mice. I don't get this. Yeah, it looks like she's bagging up. Oh my goodness, I'm really hoping that I can show you some baby lambs this week. That would be awesome. I am so stoked. And then I was going to show you the bucks again, but they're playing King of the Mountain. They were by the door a minute ago. Ramses is up top. Samson's there. Samson is Snow's brother, as I've said before. Then there's Hershey. And Mr. Churro is hiding way in the back. Normally he's noisier. And definitely stinkier. Only one of these guys is decented, and that's Hershey. Because the lady I got him from was going to originally keep him as her replacement buck. And again, she was preggers and already had twin 4-year-olds and a 2-year-old. And hi, Samson. Aren't you a cutie? So yeah, just kind of walking around. I guess I'm not really doing much chores because most of it's done already. Yesterday was a very warm day, and then we had rain and snow overnight, and it froze. It kind of melted as it came down, and it froze overnight, and it still snowed some more. And this morning we have this crazy fog. I don't even know if you can. Our tree line over on that side of our property, and our tree line over there on that side of the property. So I'm taking this in selfie mode. Again, I'm playing with my cameras, trying to find the best videos for you. And hi, you see my face this time. My goats are so loud. They are so demanding. Oh, and the girls flipped their bucket over here again. But yeah, I just wanted to show you the crazy weather and kind of walk around and do a little bit of chores that I'm allowed to do with having a slip disc. I'm getting better. Hopefully I can go back to work soon. Wow, that guy's brakes are horrible. Woo! Turkey's gobbled. The brakes made the turkeys gobble. But let's see if they fluff up. Gobble gobble. Gobble for me, please. Gobble for the camera. You have an audience. Okay, that's me sounding like a dork. Normally I can get them to gobble for me. My husband has told my daughter and I to stop teasing the turkeys. Well, I'm heading in. This is Laura with Duarte Valley Homestead. Any questions, comments, just let me know. Thanks for watching. Bye.